your day?
Long, first day of classes of the semester.
Yeah.
So, but I only had one today, so that was good.
Well, but by the time we publish this, you'll already be a week in.
Yeah.
So you'll be, well into your last semester
Crazy.
of college. It's
crazy.
so weird to think like it's not just like your last semester of college, it's your last semester of ever going to school.
Like, I'm mixed about it because
It's
like
weird.
I love college, but I hate school.
Right. But like you love your lifestyle in college.
Yeah.
It was so weird, like when you left after the break, and of course you went back early because of rush, I was like, that's the end of a chapter. You will never have a mid-year break again. I mean, we'll go on vacation at that time of year. You'll get a break, but not like a semester ended, I've got a clean slate, I get to take a vacation. Like once you're in the working world, you take a break, but you go back and like the stuff you left on your desk is still there. So it was kind of weird and strange that like until at some point your life will circle back, I hope, that you will have children and there will be a school schedule you'll be back on. But like that's years away, I would assume. Let's hope for your sake. For your sake. You gotta go have a life for a decade or so. But at some point your life will revolve back to where like the school schedule is your schedule. But like for the next foreseeable future, it's all gonna be different and it's just kind of strange. So yeah. But you're going to live it up this semester. The day that we publish this will be the national championship. You will have had bid day, your last bid day for new pledge class in your sorority. Like, it's exciting stuff. So the day that we record this, we're kind of looking forward to a whole bunch of fun. Let's hope it's a whole bunch of fun, right?
For sure.
Okay, so anything social media-ish you want to talk about that's going on that you're noticing since you've been back?
Michigan Rush, U Rush, Wake Forest just had their bid day. A lot of Rush on my For You page.
Syracuse is starting. I think they start late this week.
Yeah, Maryland will start at the end of the month. Penn State will start soon. Yeah, Rush. What about you, Mom? What's...
Well, there's been some activity on the Facebook groups. So first of all, I'm going to share one with you, but first I just want to remind people, this is just my PSA. If you have a kid who goes to college and you have a question about that college, the person you should be asking your question to is that kid, not strangers on the internet. Please stop doing this. I can't even tell you how many posts since, your brother lives in a dorm, so I'm in a Facebook group with lots of people who have kids in dorms. The number of people asking, what time do the dorms open on Saturday? It was insane. Ask your kid. My kid knew what time the dorm opened. In fact, he changed his flight and went back a day early to go to a basketball game. He knew he couldn't get into the dorm. He made arrangements. He got somebody to pick him up from the airport. He had a couch to stay on. Like, they go to college. They can figure this out. Okay. But I do have some nonsense here for you. This is for an out-of-state student. So this person is flying into an airport, and the airport is about 2 hours away from the campus. So he posts, this is a father. The father posts, I have a car booked for my son from this airport to campus on this day and this time. Please let me know if you would like to have your child ride share. It would lower the cost. DM me for more information. I'm sorry. I don't know you. There are 40,000 students in this school, and I'm gonna call you and be like, yeah, my kid would like to share a 2-hour Uber with your kid who he doesn't know. No, tell your kid to figure out a ride or a way or take the Uber by themselves. I know it's expensive, but you chose to fly into that airport. So you could have flown into the airport in the college town. You chose to fly into the other one, probably because they didn't want to change planes. The price is not that different between the two airports. So I just we're not making play dates for people, and we're not organizing carpools. These are adults. My PSA for the week, let your children handle. It's 2026. It's a new year. Everybody, you let your kid go to college. They are capable of handling shit like this. That is my opinion. All right, well, we've got a great episode today. I am so excited about our guest. You know that I'm a super fan, and I have lots of questions for her.
Like underscoring how much of a fan she really is.
I'm such a fan. I can't wait for her to get here, and it's going to be I want to talk to her about all the influencers she's worked with, and I know she has a background in fashion, which is cool for you. So I'm very excited.
Welcome to the Social Dialogue Podcast. We're a mother-daughter team, both working in the world of social media management.
Join us as we share our different perspectives on life today, including trends, fashion, friendships, and career, and how social media impacts it all. Together, we bring two perspectives to one conversation.
I'm Shane.
And I'm Jenna.
And we're excited to bring you this new episode of the Social Dialogue Podcast.
Today we have Meredith Buchwald, the founder of MB Styles, that believes that beautiful jewelry should not be out of reach, and with MB Styles, it's not. Every piece is designed to help you feel put together, stylish, and special. Whether it's school drop-off, date night, or your everyday look, MB Styles helps you feel put together and keeps the compliments coming.
First learned about MB Styles from Sunny and Jen. So to anyone out there who does not yet know who Sunny and Jen are, go follow Sunny and Jen. But they were talking about MB Styles and this great, affordable, cute jewelry company, and there was a coupon code, and I was like, oh, well, if Sunny and Jen are wearing it, I'm gonna go check it out. So I went to the website, and of course, nosy me, I start snooping around. I saw Meredith's picture, and I'm like, I know who this is. So I went to summer camp with Meredith's sister, Jennifer, and they look exactly alike, and I was like, I know who this is. So I immediately, I think I Facebook messaged your sister, and I'm like, oh my God, worlds are colliding. And then my MB Styles collection began to grow.
And I
Still
love
growing.
hearing that.
If anyone's curious, still growing.
Still growing.
Yep.
Yeah. I just added some silver over the holidays. There was a coupon code, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try some silver. So I love it.
Exactly. I love it.
Yeah. So we are so excited that you're here, Meredith. I mean, you can tell I'm such a big fan. I love what you're doing. I love that it is not only beautiful but affordable. It's great everyday
Thank you.
jewelry. I also wear it when I dress up. Like, it's not just casual.
That's right.
Yeah, so Jenna and I are both rocking our
You're
MB Styles
rocking
today.
it.
So I kind of want to start, before we start getting into the social media aspect of this, but I just want to talk about business. I'm curious, I believe that you launched this business sort of midlife. And so I'm curious
right.
how it came to be, and what did you do before, and how did you get here?
Okay, so it really started actually almost 4 years ago, and it was in COVID that really gave me the push. It was the push to do something. And if you know my history, I am my whole background is design, fashion, buying and merchandising. Went to Arizona State, but I'll make this short. So Arizona State, and then I knew that I wanted to study at the Fashion Institute in New York. So that was like my, North Star. I knew I wanted to study that. So, but I didn't want to do a city school for 4 years, whatever. So I studied at the Fashion Institute, graduated from there, got a really my hands wet in the industry, right? I worked for wholesalers and production, manufacturing. I did the retail and the wholesale, both sides of it. So I needed that. I just needed both of it. And I really, really enjoyed it. So life took me to getting married, right? Getting married and having kids and doing all of that. Through all of that, I definitely, let's just say, dabbled in different businesses, but dabbling wasn't so dabbling. I did have a successful flip-flop business in 2003. I was in about 65 stores, 3 showrooms, New York, Atlanta, and Miami, and a road rep. It was customized flip-flops for mommy, daughter. It was amazing. It was when the flip-flops first came on, customized with the ribbon and the crystal. And it was called Flattering Flops. It was a home-based business. It was fabulous. But I gave it up because at that point, I had a girl. I had 2 boys and a girl. And I was like, okay, I'm done. And my husband's like, really, you're done? I'm like, yeah, it's just like my stepping stones. I'll figure it out. And after that, I really had a couple businesses, but nothing with nothing. And I always had that itch. I'm from an entrepreneur family. And I wanted something to do. So let's fast forward COVID. And COVID hit, and I was like, I am cooking 3 meals a day, maybe more, right? We all were. And I was like, I want to do something. So what I got started with was a multi-level skincare company. But I really believed in it. I still use the products today. And I learned how to use social media because we were all home, right? I was in social media, but I don't know what I was doing. Lo and behold, I decided to get onto social media and start sharing gluten-free recipes because when I was in multi-level marketing, most people think that they're going to go, oh, here, buy my product. Well, that's not what it's about. And people don't want to be sold to. But it was about getting on social media and building a rapport, building communities, building, that like, know, and trust factor. But, you have to be authentic too. So long story, where you're going to talk to me about social media. That's how I really kind of first got on and started building up a Facebook group of women. And I loved it. But that's what kept me busy during COVID. So I would get on my Facebook group and I would talk to all these women about the skincare. And I would do fashion and skincare and, really just being me, authentically, showing up authentically and teaching them. And they were like loving it. They're like, Mare, give me more, give me more. And as we did that for like 2019, right? Is that when COVID started, to 2020, I was doing giveaways. I was doing all this stuff. And a lot of people, I would buy, costume jewelry, and people would be like, oh my God, I love it. I'm like, oh, I'll do it as a giveaway. Well, people were like, what? Like, I love it. I love it. And my husband gave me the nudge one night and said, you need to like do something. You need to do something. And so Styles like literally kind of formed itself because I was like, okay, maybe here's my opening of the door. Like this is, maybe I can do something, and I did. I just, yeah.
I'm
And
fascinated. We have such
yeah.
parallel lives. I also, multiple businesses, multiple tries,
Yeah.
and I did a couple of MLMs. And, it's same kind
That's
of
what it
thing.
takes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Love
And that's what I
that.
say in
So
life.
cool.
Everybody you have to go through different things, whether you succeed or you fail or whatever. But that's also the role of an entrepreneur, right? You're seeing them, skyrocket high and you may fall, but what are you going to do? You pick yourself up and keep going, right? Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
love
For
that.
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So, kind of like switching over to social, kind of already touched on this, but if you could elaborate a little bit more about how you've used social to market your brand.
Yep. So sure. So here's the thing. I think social is a powerful message, like platform. But if you're using it right, I know so many people that use it and they're like, I can't get anywhere. I can't do anything. I'm like, A, you're being spammy. B, like, are you showing up in the right way? And so I'm going to tell you the truth. I invested in a coach when during COVID, because I was like, wait a minute. I see people on social media and they're just flourishing. I'm like, how do I flourish? I'm like, I'm confident. Like, I can get up. I can do a dance. I can sing you a song. I can talk in front of people. But how do you do that on social media? And you know what it was? It was like, just show up. But here's the thing, you're not being shown up. You don't show up being polished. You show up authentically. You guys watch me on my social media. I got my hair on my head. My hair needs to be colored. I'm coming in from the gym. It doesn't matter. Just show up authentically, you. And that's where, to me, when you go on social media, in order to really develop something, whether it's a brand, a company, whatever it is, what I'm realizing is develop that community of women. Or what, excuse me, it doesn't be women, right? It could be anyone. But like I'm developing in my social world, I am developing a community of women that want to be inspired, educated, a little entertainment doesn't hurt, right? I mean, because that's who my personality is, but I want to entertain, I want to inspire, and I'll do all that. And then when they see me show up imperfectly, they know I'm authentic because that's who I am. I'm not putting on a show for anyone. And if it's a show, it's my personality. You know what I mean? That's what it is. And I think it's powerful because when you can actually go and inspire someone or teach someone or help someone, they trust you, it doesn't matter what it is. So, and I love, I get up every day and I love what I do. So I'm like, I get up in the morning, I even say to my husband, I'm like, who am I going to inspire today? Or who am I going to make laugh today? Or who am I going to, was going to walk in the showroom and be like, Meredith, my dots, I love them. That empowers me. It's amazing. And they saw me and they found me on social media. That's
Absolutely. And it works. And you're right about authenticity. And there's a whole push. I feel like
it is.
there's a push all the time, but I'm like,
There's
this has always been there. We're all just supposed to be real people online. Stop making
That's right.
it, overproduced and over perfected. If you spilled your coffee on yourself or you had to drive your kids to the school and you're late, like that's good stuff and it's relatable, especially for a community
Yes.
of women, no matter what age or stage they're at, that resonates,
It does.
And
It
I
does.
think there was one day, this was probably like a year ago, you had on this cute top And I was like, "This, you don't sell this top," but it was so cute. You named where you got it. I went and bought it. It got in, and I'm like, I don't know how to wear this. And I remember messaging you. I'm like, do I wear this?
Yeah.
Because it's like a blue. I'm like, can you wear it with jeans? What color belt do I put with it? And like, you just gave me some advice. You probably don't
I
remember
love that.
but
Oh, no,
you did.
I remember. No, that's really sweet. And I did a lot of that when I was in my Facebook group, because that's where I learned, like, people want the information. A lot of people don't know how or don't know. And that is something that I love. And I share things I love, like that's what it is. And when you share something you love, it just blooms. So, and that's being authentic. Like, I don't share anything that I don't love. And I always was like very transparent like that. Like, I'm not going to show you something I don't I'm not going to share something I don't love. So yeah,
That's great.
That's great.
At some point along the way, probably within the past year or so, you had said that you now have help with your social.
Yes.
You've got outsourced. So we're an outsourced business. So I'm curious, what kind of like led you to that where you're like, you know what, I can't do this 100% anymore. What was the impetus for outsourcing your social or bringing someone in to support you?
You want to know? Because, I mean, she'll be listening to this. My sister, Jen, because I got the daily. She's a business coach, okay? Jennifer scales companies, okay? She goes, one day I'm sitting in my home office and, I would cry to her and be like, I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, done. I can't do this. I just can't do it. I'm like, it's not creative, this, that. And she's like, stop playing small. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, you need to scale, but you can't do it alone. And that was a really big thing for me. Is like, this is my business. This is my baby. I don't want to let anyone in. I got it my way. And I realized, she said, she'll tell you this. She told me multiple times, I told you. Now, how does it feel? I had to let go and say, put my hands up and say, I need help. And so a friend of mine put me in touch with Carly, who does my social media. She had just graduated and she was looking for a job. And I was like, okay, let's just try it. I'm like, I'm going to let you dabble with my things. And, I had to say to her, like, well, do you know who my target market is? And do you get this? Because you're much younger than me. This is, demographics are different. And how do I let someone in my business? She blew me away. And as I finally hired her, Lisa in my office, and is the like operational manager. She's doing shipping and doing it. I finally let go, and we're learning how to scale. But I got yelled at from my sister, like, enough is enough is enough. Wipe the tears, put your big girl pants on. It's time to scale MB Styles, and we're doing it.
Awesome.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
And you were to kind of like, again, you've touched on this a little bit, like one of your challenges, but what are some of your other biggest challenges when it comes to social media for both your brand and like your life?
Okay. So let's talk about toward the brand. Okay. So my brand is, it's not me getting the word out by myself, right? I need other people like influencers to help spread the word. And I have learned, boy, have I learned and it's all good stuff because it's taught me so much. But I was always looking for influencers, but I'm looking for the right influencers. There are plenty of people out there, and I'm going to say what it is because it's real. There are a lot of fake influencers out there. Don't kid yourself. That look like they have 500,000 followers, 1 point whatever million followers, and there's ones that have 10,000 followers, and a lot of them are fake. Fake followers. They buy their, and because I've been caught in it. Like, oh, this girl's great and whatever, and then you go and look at all her people following her. They're fake accounts, so you got to be really, really careful. And in the 4 years being on here, I've really learned how to comb through and look and find. I have been, knock on wood, very lucky with a lot of women that you see wearing my stuff and promoting it. They're so happy and grateful. And it's not become, how do I call it? Like transactional. So I'm really looking for those women that are, because they love the brand, you share it just like I do. I only share what I love. If they love it and they want to share it, it's great. Those that are not, it's like the next buck. They're, looking for the next buck, and they go to all these manufacturers just to get free stuff, So that we've learned, but the ones that are, let's call it who it is Sunny and Jen have been I mean, let's talk about authentic. Let's talk about two women midlife trying to figure out their own lives and come together and explode themselves. That was just organic for me. I mean, I took a chance on them, and it has been
Did you
the
reach out
love.
to them? How did it come together?
So
I'm
let's talk about this
fascinated.
because so many people ask. So many people ask, "Did you know them?" Da da da. Da. Like this is exactly how it went down. I saw their TikTok, and this is what we've talked about from the beginning. I saw their TikTok, and I don't know. I'm not in the world of Peloton. I don't know Peloton. We laugh about this, and Jed's like, "Get a Peloton," but I'm like, I'm not in the world of Peloton. And I saw them show up in Palm Beach, and they came on my feed. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, they're sharing what they love. Like, oh, this is what we're wearing. And I thought, oh my God, they're middle age. They're adorable. They seem very authentic. I am going to send them a dot chain. They may not answer me, but who cares? This was me. Maybe I was in 2 years still working out of my house. I messaged them, and I don't remember who it was, Sunny or Jen, says, oh, I said, do you guys want a dot chain? I would love for you guys to wear it. And they said, sure, send it. They had no idea. I sent them each a chain and didn't hear anything. And then I saw Sunny showing up wearing it. I was like, oh my God, Sunny, I hope you love it, blah, blah, blah. Jen writes back and goes, oh my God, we love this. We love this. We love your story. We love your brand. I was like, okay. I'm like, here, I threw in a couple more bones. You know what I mean? Here's this, here's that. And it became like a relationship. We would talk and whatever. And all of a sudden, one thing led to another. And I remember Jen saying this, Sarah, we just adore your brand and adore you and you're real. And I was like, so are you guys. I'm like, I love this. And then Jen calls me. I'm on my way home from somewhere. I know exactly where I was. I pulled over. She's like, can I call you? We had never spoken on the phone. I'm like, sure, it's Jen. And now I'm learning it's Peloton Jen because I didn't know. And everyone's like, Jen, Peloton Jen is wearing your stuff. I'm like, okay. She calls me and she goes, I have one question for you, Mara. And I'm like, what? And she goes, are you married to Scott Buchwald? And I'm like, I am. Why? I'm like, is this a good thing? Bad thing, as my mother-in-law used to say, because you either, whatever, it's a long story. Anyway, Scott was crazy in college and they went to Syracuse together. And I'm like, no way. She goes, Meredith, this is crazy. Scott knows me. And of course I told Scott and it was very funny. So I had no connection to her. I didn't know. I just sent her the dot chains, but I had no idea they knew each other. So anyway, it has been the most amazing thing. And then we got into a great relationship. I flew up there because I had a funeral and I was like, you guys want to meet for dinner? And we did. And I mean, the rest is history. It's just amazing. And sneak peek, we've got some huge collabs coming down the pipe on some great stuff.
My
Yeah,
mother
they're
will be
amazing.
buying.
I mean, this is so cool. And I mean, I am a Peloton junkie. Like,
That I know. That I know. I
junkie.
saw the picture of you and Jen, Indiana. And then
No.
Jen and I had the Indiana thing, and Carly and Lauren got together and they got to meet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I full on attacked Jen Sherman that weekend. We were in Bloomington for Jenna's parents' weekend, and I knew she was there because she had posted online that she was going
Right.
to her
Right.
daughter's parents' weekend or something.
She's very real. Jen's
Yeah.
very real. Yeah.
And so my friend Matt and I were like, Jenna's friend's dad, we were like, eyes open. Everybody keep your eyes peeled. She's here. She's here somewhere. And Jenna was like,
I'm laughing.
she was
I'm
mortified.
laughing.
So Saturday night, we had dropped her off. Were you living in the house then or the apartment? I don't
Was it
remember.
junior year? Was it last year?
It must have been junior year. So you were in an apartment.
We were at Da Vinci.
Right, but we were we had left her for the night. We had second night. We were
I
walking.
think I had gone in an Uber.
I think so. And we were walking down Kirkwood on our way back to the hotel, just me and my husband. And I see her coming at me, and I'm like, there she is. There she is. And so I yell out, I'm like, Jen Sherman! And she looks at me, and I said, I swear I'm not a crazy person. I'm friends with Lindsay Penshock. That's what I said to her the first time I met her. And then I met her at the first Dear Found Her Live, and I said, do you remember me accosting you on Kirkwood? She's like, I do remember. And the funniest part of the whole thing was my husband said to her husband,
so
this
funny.
must happen to you all the time. And he goes, sixth one today.
That's right.
So, and I was wearing your necklace and your belt, and Carly pointed it out. And she's like, she's wearing MB Styles. And I said, I'm wearing this because you told me to buy it. I mean, it was like all.
That is great. That is great. Yeah, I remember seeing the
Easily
picture.
influenced. And now you wonder where I get my shopping habits from? It's from
That's
her.
right. Yep. I have a daughter just like you.
No,
Yes.
I know. Yeah, go Hoosiers.
Go Hoosiers.
Oh, but am I right? You've also had Bethany Frankel wearing your jewelry. Am I right?
Yes.
I mean,
yes. Yeah. Not the jewelry. Not the jewelry. The
the
belts.
belt.
The belts. Now, this is crazy. This blew my mind because, and let's hope that it happens. But I'm supposed to go. Someone's connecting me with her. But I had no connection with her. So a year ago, her living in Connecticut, a friend of a friend lived around the corner from her, and she said, "Mer, my friend said." Here, I can get her address, send her something. So I really worked hard in getting a beautiful box of dot chains and some other things to her. And I did. And I thought to myself, I really should have sent the belts as well. And I didn't. So then I quickly got together and I wrapped up all the belts I had and all the buckles. And I sent that like a week later. Nothing, right? Nothing. This is maybe December, January, back a year. And I was like, okay, you know what? She gets a million packages. Who am I? I'm nobody to her. So all of a sudden, I don't even know where I was. It was back this last March. No. Yeah, this March. And all of a sudden, my phone's blowing up, my computer's blowing up. Everyone's like, oh my God, Bethany just did a reel on your belts. Like these people, MB Styles, whatever. And she did a whole reel on TikTok. Now, if you know her history, you never share her stuff unless she tells you that you can. So she didn't put it on Instagram, which is my main platform. We dabble on TikTok, but so it was there. It had to sit there. So it's not on her Instagram feed, but it was the best reel. We got 1 million followers and 1 million orders, and it was great. But here's where it hit me in the heart. I never saw her wearing it. That's great that you do a reel. It's great you do a reel. The jewelry never showed up, which I believe, Bethany, if you ever hear this, I know you'll pull out the jewelry one day. But the belt was, okay, that's March to up to Thanksgiving. I never saw her wear it. She's gotten dressed 50 million times. You never saw it. So I said, I don't care because I want women authentically sharing if they love it. She loved it so much. Who knows? Okay. I'm literally sitting with my sister Jen at Thanksgiving, and everybody in the room is like, all the cousins are going freaking out because they're like, turn on your social media. I'm like, why? They're like, Bethany at her turkey, cutting her turkey and doing whatever she was doing for Thanksgiving. She's wearing my love belt. And she's talking about it, but she goes, I'm not sure whose it is. Even though my buckle and my leather strap is stamped MB Styles. I don't know if that's on purpose. But anyway, she's wearing it. And now she just did it the other day wearing her Palm Beach outfit. And she's like, I have to check on whose it is. And she was wearing the reverse color with the love buckle. So she's wearing it plenty now.
She is wearing it. She absolutely loves it.
She's wearing it a lot more now.
Yeah.
So now I have to dig her to say, I want to do, and what I want to do is, and this is my idea, and I have lettered out to her, is I'd like to do something for her charity. So maybe a portion of sales go back to her charity of her choice if she wants to help promote this belt that most women need. Most women need this finishing touch to their outfit.
So insane and just so cool.
It is.
Okay, so wrapping up, what is next for MB Styles? I know you kind of mentioned you potentially have some exciting things in the works, but what can you tell us and what can you tell our audience?
Okay, so we do have some new drops, so stay watching. New drops, new collaborations with some different influencers, which is exciting. And down the pipeline, I would say later in the fall, winter, as I built MB Styles, it was, I built this for me to wear every day, right? This wasn't just to sell jewelry. This was to have a lifestyle brand of MB Styles. So I'm in the works of doing lots of different things. And if you remember hearing me say that I was from fashion buying and merchandising, the whole design, I am definitely open to doing maybe clothing down the road. I've got a lot of sketching going on. I've got some pattern makers working on some things. So you just never know. So I say, stay with the brand. The brand is going to explode. And I promised my husband one day that this was going to be a household name. And I know that if this is a brand, I have a quote somewhere. Where did I put it? Where was it? I always have this quote, but it doesn't even matter. Is that I know that I created a brand when women keep coming back and obsessing over it, reordering it, telling their friends, sending them gifts. And that is exactly what is happening every single day. I mean, the repeat customer is incredible. Yeah.
She's right here.
Yeah, you got one right there.
I mean, you're my go-to bat mitzvah gift now. I
love that.
I buy the Mug and David necklace for every girl.
Star David.
I mean, it's just perfect. And
wait till you see what's coming. something else. Something
Boy.
else you can give for that too.
Ooh,
Yep.
that's exciting.
Yeah,
Well, we
it
are
is.
excited. I mean, I'm bought in. Jenna's bought in. I mean, and
Really, I love it. I'm just.
she does. She
she's a
loves
bigger
it.
fan.
I just have a bigger mouth than Jenna. She's a
Yeah.
I love it.
dude. But
I love it.
yeah, and the other day we were talking about MB Styles. Her friend Carly was there, and she's like, "What's that? What's that?" And then I tagged her on your Rock the Dot contest. I'm like,
Okay,
Carly,
yes,
this is it.
yes.
This is what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we love what you do. We love what
Thank
you've
you.
done, and it's just really exciting. And I love when you come up in my feed. I mean, I am your target market, so it's coming up. But like,
Yes.
I love to see what you're doing. Your packaging, for anyone out there that has not yet purchased MB Styles, her packaging it's like
Thank
you bought
you.
yourself a present. It's so
That's
exciting.
right. That's the
I
way
love
it should be. It should be. It
Yeah.
should be. That's what
Yeah.
it is. It's something that feels good and makes you smile. Yeah.
Absolutely. We love it. So tell everyone, for those who have not yet gotten on our bandwagon,
Yep.
how can they find MB Styles? Where can they go to find you?
Well, my community really lays in Instagram. So we're MB Styles on Instagram. And you can go shop at MB Styles. So it's MB-styles.com. So get on there and, the whole collection is there. And yeah, it's a fun thing to do, is shop and buy yourself a little something. And this something shouldn't sit in your drawer. It should be the piece that you love and wear every day. Yeah.
It is. We love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Meredith.
I'm so happy. You guys
so
made my
much.
day. Thank you for
thank
having
you.
me. That's really, really, I'm grateful. So thank you.
Thank you so much. And go Hoosiers.
Go
Go
Hoosiers!
Hoosiers!
Let's go. We're winning. We're winning the championship. We are.
This episode is coming out on the day of the national championship, so.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
You heard it from me. We're going to win.
Thanks for joining us on the Social Dialogue podcast. If you liked today's conversation, be sure to leave us a 5-star rating and a review and share it with a friend.
Keep the dialogue going with us on social. Find us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube.
I'm Shane.
And I'm Jenna.
Thanks for listening.